Yo, welcome back, guys. For the record, number 17 of this year. Guys, this past week has been kind of emotional. Especially yesterday.
Yeah, tough day for not just sports fans, but anybody. Really, we lost an icon yesterday.
We lost a hero. Kobe Bryant was killed in a helicopter crash with his 13-year-old daughter Gianna. Hit everyone pretty hard. Hit me pretty hard, honestly.
I mean, the thing is, it's a lot different than what we've seen recently. Like, Kobe Bryant is one of the biggest names in history. I mean, if you look around the world, everybody knows the name of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, I mean he's, in my opinion, the third best all time. It's just, and when growing up playing basketball, he was kind of the guy I watched. He was my favorite player. The Black Mamba. I mean, you wanted to be Kobe when you grow up.
Yeah, I mean, you idolized him. I think almost every single basketball player idolized Kobe Bryant. And I mean, it was almost impossible not to like him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A lot of the basketball, especially the NBA, was really, really impacted. You saw almost every single player.
Players, coaches, analysts, ESPN. I mean,
Doc Rivers was very, very emotional.
Oh, yeah, he broke down. Was that post game?
Yeah, post game of the Clippers game, or not the Clippers game.
Yeah.
And then you saw Kawhi Leonard in an interview, and you never see that guy get emotional, and he was tearing up.
Mm-hmm. I mean, almost everybody, any athlete had they shared what they thought about it. Oh, well, my saddest thing to read was the Shaq thing. He put something out there on Twitter. Their daughters were born less than 24 hours apart.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, they won 3 titles together. One of the greatest, if not the greatest duo in NBA history. It's just sad.
No, 100%.
41 years old.
One of the NBA did a lot of tributes to him yesterday in the games. Like Trae Young switched his jersey to number 8, and then he took an 8-second violation. And then the Wizards responded with a 24-second shot clock violation.
The Raptors and Spurs did that same thing. They each took 24-second shot clock violations to start the game. An interesting thing I saw was Trae Young and Devin Booker combined for 81 points last night, and they each took 24 shots. That's not something they did on purpose either.
That's just ridiculous. I don't know, man.
And even like a lot of these NBA players, especially these young ones, are kind of now like taking over the league. I maybe didn't get to play with him or against him, but they grew up idolizing him.
Oh, 100%.
Especially because they were that age where when they started playing basketball, I mean, it was Kobe Bryant was everything at the time.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I mean, he's like LeBron James for us. It's the same thing.
I mean, honestly, I
got to watch Kobe, but not a whole lot.
We didn't get to see him.
Yeah, we didn't get to watch the number 8 at least. We still got to see a lot of Kobe, but it's sad.
It's absolutely sad.
It's a tragedy, really. I mean, how a helicopter crash with his daughter. I mean, prayers out to the whole Bryant family.
Yeah, 100%.
His wife and his other 3 kids.
With that being said, I'm gonna get off this sad topic because it's making me feel so down. College basketball. We've had a lot of ranking switch ups lately.
Yeah, I mean, Baylor's now the top 25 with Gonzaga and KU right behind. San Diego State is 19-0.
Did you know Baylor was number 1 for like a week? Did you see that?
Yeah, they just became number 1. I mean, it's because they beat Kansas, and then I forgot who they beat right afterwards. I guess Gonzaga doesn't have very many marquee wins.
Oh, you know what I should say before I forget? So we had some technical difficulties, so we haven't been posting lately. We just posted our latest podcast, number 16, I believe it was, from like 2 weeks ago. It took forever to upload, and we switched the computers out, and we'll finally get back on a schedule, hopefully every Wednesday.
Did we get to talk about the Kansas fight in that last one?
We didn't. We didn't even know, and we talked about the McGregor fight.
Oh yeah.
But we'll get to all that in a little bit. But yeah, so right now LSU is not even ranked. I'm looking at the wrong rankings. Yeah, that's my bad.
San Diego State is the lone undefeated team in college basketball. 19-0 and survived a scare yesterday.
How was Baylor number 1? Are they really that good?
Yeah, I mean they've only lost one game, and they've got wins over Kansas, Texas Tech. They beat Florida. They were one of the first number 1 teams to be not favored against an unranked team. Number 1 team in the country. Florida was favored by 2 at home against the number 1 team in the country.
Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, they beat Texas Tech. They beat Butler. They beat Arizona. All just marquee wins, and that's why they're number 1 team in the country with one loss by within a 3-point game to Washington. Second game of the season too.
Yeah, ACC is still making a really big impact in the rankings. You can see they have FSU, they have Louisville, they have Duke, they have Maryland. Where's Maryland? Big 12.
Maryland's Big 10.
Big 10?
Yeah, I think right now the ACC is struggling, especially because of North Carolina and Virginia, 2 usual top 10 teams, unranked right now. Not something we've seen at least in a while. Right now, the Big East has got multiple ranked teams in there. They've got Villanova and Seton Hall, both 2 top 10 teams. They've got Butler right outside the top 10.
Creighton, unfortunately, just recently dropped out of the top 25.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little sad.
But between the Big East and the ACC, college basketball starting to heat up. Hopefully seeing some stability in the top 10 at least. Not everybody just
How bad
losing.
is Nebraska this year in basketball? I mean, I went and watched the Rutgers game, and it was just brutal.
Yeah, it's not very fun to watch. It's hard to watch. I mean, to see a team be that bad, especially a team that we always root for on Saturdays. Just to watch their basketball team and football team right now.
Yeah, hopefully. What's the guy's name?
Coach Hoiberg.
Yeah, Hoiberg.
They've got between their basketball and football, they've got 2 young coaches that we got a lot going on, a lot of pressure on them. It's got to start turning around for Nebraska sports pretty soon here.
Yeah, seriously. I think you should talk about the McGregor Cowboy fight.
Yeah.
Did you watch that?
I did, but 40 seconds.
40 seconds.
I mean, that's crazy. But I mean, that's McGregor for you, though.
That was the heaviest opponent McGregor ever fought. He was like 40 pounds heavier than him. I mean, if you watch it, Cerrone was so much bigger than McGregor.
Oh, my goodness.
And McGregor came out and literally beat him in 40 seconds.
I mean,
the legend's back.
The other guy, Cowboy didn't stand a chance.
Cowboy has the most UFC wins in history.
Oh, he looked like he had no idea what was going on.
I loved it, though, at the end. Cowboy's like, yeah, I just didn't expect it. Great fight, great fighter. All good sports are around there.
Yeah.
McGregor hugged his grandma.
I know. That was cool. It was cool though.
Yeah. That's what happened.
I think big Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday coming
up. Oh
up.
yeah, Super Bowl Sunday, baby.
Is what we've all been waiting for. I'm not the most excited for this matchup. Chiefs Niners.
I think it'll be a good game.
I do think it will be a good game. A lot of people are talking about. I saw something that said like multiple NFL execs think that the Chiefs are going to blow out the Niners.
Oh, I don't see that
No way.
happening.
I don't think that. I do not think so.
49ers are actually really good.
I think I said it in either last podcast. I think it was last podcast that I think the Niners are going to win the Super Bowl. I stand by that. I think with their defense going up against the Chiefs' offense, number 1 offense versus number 1 defense, but also I think what's going to kill Kansas City is their lack of a defense.
Yeah, but I mean, do you think the 49ers defense can stop?
I do. I think if it was going to be anybody,
you think it'd be the 49ers?
It was going to be the 49ers. And people question their offense, but you don't really have to question their offense that much when you're playing against Kansas City's defense, a team that's lacked defense for the majority of the season. Looked good shutting down the run last 2 weeks ago against Derrick Henry, but I find it hard that the Chiefs win the game. But you know what? It's a lot like the college football playoff championship. Offense and defense. Number 1 offense versus number 1 defense.
Yeah.
And I was wrong about the college football playoffs, so we'll see.
Yeah, so KC has a 64% chance to win according to ESPN's Football Power Index. I don't think that's even ESPN's
What's
football.
What's the spread on it? Do you know?
Yeah, the spread is KC by -1.
I mean, it's close. That's a close spread.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who do you think is going to win? You think the Niners?
I think the Chiefs will win.
You think the Chiefs will win?
I think the Chiefs are going to win off a field goal, so I think it'll be like a 3-point win.
You got a final score?
I'm gonna say 31-34.
31-34. I'm gonna go 24-34 Niners win. 24-34 Niners win. I think the Niners are way too solid. I think especially in the NFL, defenses will win to a Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we watched last year's Super Bowl. What was it, 13-9 or something like that? Defense went to Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was the most boring last year's Super Bowl was the most boring Super Bowl ever.
It was, but it was a good game though.
It was a good game.
It was boring, but
yeah.
it was a good game.
It was a good game, but it was so boring.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Niners over the Chiefs. I just really hope the Niners win too, because I cannot stand the Chiefs. A lot of Chiefs fans around this area.
Yeah, there is.
I'm not a big fan of them, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be a great matchup.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch. I think that's gonna wrap it up for us this week, guys. Yeah, prayers out to Kobe and his family.
Yeah, it's just so sad. I mean, that kind of just dominates most of the news and sports right now.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, honestly, it just means this impacts.
It makes it hard to talk about almost anything else, and basketball-wise, especially.
It's hard to talk about. I mean, I'm still. It's hard to talk about sports in general without. I mean, it's like Kobe Bryant. But thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week. We'll start getting on a good schedule and hopefully.
I think we got this whole technical thing figured out.
Yeah, hopefully. But thanks for listening.